Now I'm going to set up the gluing station for attaching the flaps and that accordion to the boards. I've got glue over here, like I normally have, and then this is the work area. So I'm going to take 2 bricks, and I've cut 2 boards. These boards are slightly less than the width of the accordion, and they are slightly less in thickness here, because all I need to do is support it. So what I'll do is I'll stand the boards up like this, and then I'll take a piece of packing tape and wrap this around the edge to keep the boards together. This also makes an easy to wipe off surface should you get any glue onto the pieces. And then with my Alpha knife here, I'm just going to trim these bits of extra tape off the edge here. So now when I go to glue these things, I can just put the flap on here, glue the edge, turn it around, and glue the other edge. And we're all set without having to use any masking tape or masking papers for the glue. Now the next part is over here. And what I've done is I've got another base board, and I'm going to take one of the back boards for the accordion book, and I'm going to glue some stops in. And I want this to fit fairly close, but I'm going to give it a little bit of ease when I put the side pieces on. Now the next step, I've taken a piece of this plastic that I use a lot for making jigs and things, and I'm going to set my panel in place on the board where it's supposed to be. Then I will take the panel and put this right up into the fold like that. I'm going to slide it a little bit over here because I need this side here to be a little longer. And then I'll take a piece of masking tape and I'm going to make a hinge onto this area here. That way this will flip up and down like a book. I'm also going to put a little piece of tape on the inside just to balance this out. I'll do probably 2 little ones right here. Okay, now with the paper set the way it's supposed to be, I'm going to be putting it onto the front board first, because this is a cut edge and this is a deckled edge of the paper, which would be hard to register. I'll take another piece of tape and I'll set this right at the edge of the paper where I want it to go. And then I'll pick up this thing, and when I fold it, I'm going to leave a little bit of a tab. See a little tab here, so that there's a right angle. That way, when I put the glued piece on, it'll register against that little stop, and I can drop it in place, hold this down, and put the second board in place on top, and the book will be finished. Or at least attached. And here's the system in operation. I'll just grab a folder, glue the edges here, put a board in place, hold the flap down, put it in place, grab the backboard, and notice how I'm holding the flap down a little bit here. Then line up the boards at the spine and give it a press. And here we are, all attached. Then I'll set this over here to dry in an open form. Put the next board in, pick up the next folio here. I should spread these out a little bit. Then glue and glue. Put this in place. It's good to have your towel handy in case you get glue on your fingers. Pick up the second board. Line it up. Drop it in place. And there you are. If this isn't down, you have another folder here and just touch it. Like that. There you go. In gluing this, you very rarely have to charge your roller. Just set your paper on top, angle it slightly to do the outside flap, and then on this side flap. And you want to avoid getting glue in between. If you have a little bit like that, it's probably okay.